spoke the name of Yahawashi. He's going to get into it. Verse 13. The Elohiym of Abraham and of Yitschaq and Jacob and the Elohiym of our fathers. That's referenced in Exodus 3 and 6, 3 and 13, 3 and 15. Exodus. Esteemed his servant, his son, Yahawashi, whom you delivered up and denied in the presence of Pilate when he had decided to release him. And so Peter is getting into him. Look, y'all want to know what happened? I'm going to tell you what happened. And he just started preaching. He started from the Old Testament. That's all that they had was the Old Testament. So the Old Testament and the New Testament go hand in hand. You can't have one without the other. He said, the Elohiym of Abraham, of Yitschaq, and Jacob. That's Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, who is Israel. Jacob is Jacob. His name was changed to Israel. But Jacob is his Hebrew name. Yitschaq is Isaac's Hebrew name. And so you have to understand that. The Elohiym, the Most High of our fathers. That's who the Elohiym is. That's who Yahawah is. You have to put Yahawah, who you say God, you have to put him in context. Because when people say God, what do you mean when you say God? You ask them and, oh, he's the God of everybody. See, that's not what the scripture says. The scripture says he's the Elohiym. When you want to say God, he's the Elohiym, God of Abraham, Yitschaq, and Jacob, Yisrael. So that's different than saying that he's God of everybody. Because he's not God of everybody. He's the God of the whole earth. But he's not God of all the people of the earth. All the people don't belong to him. Only Israel belongs to him. Israel is his chosen people. And so Peter is breaking it down. He said the Elohiym of Abraham, Yitschaq, and Jacob. The Elohiym of our fathers. Not the fathers of everybody else in the whole wide world. So now this is in the New Testament. The scriptures are only written to Israel. It's not written to everybody else. Everybody else is taking the scriptures out of context to fit their religious institution. The esteem of his servant, Yahawashi, the glory of his servant, his son, Yahawashi, who you call Jesus, whom you delivered up, all the ones of Yisrael, specifically the southern kingdom of Judah, that did not believe the gospel of the kingdom. That did not believe that Yahawashi, Jesus, is the Messiah. Not all of them, otherwise Peter and John wouldn't be disciples. So some of the southern kingdom of Judah and Benjamin believed. That's what people don't understand or take out of context. They want to say, oh, the Jews rejected Jesus. Some of them did, but not all of them. And so when they say Jews, most of them don't understand. They think all 12 tribes of Israel are Jews, and that's not true. Sorry about that. I messed that up. Anyway, I was doing something on my phone. But no, Israel is 12 tribes and 2 kingdoms. And so the southern kingdom is who Jesus came to. Those are his chosen people. And so some of them believed and some of them didn't. And so when people say the Jews rejected Jesus, they're only talking about the southern kingdom. They're not talking about all 12 tribes of Israel in the scriptures. And so some of them believed and some of them didn't. So Peter is addressing the ones that didn't believe. He said, and when you delivered up, whom you delivered up in the presence of Pilate. So Jesus was supposed to be released. But the Jews that didn't believe, they turned Jesus over to Pilate when Pilate wanted to release him. And so Peter is bringing that back to their remembrance. This is the person, this is the man This is he who raised this man up, who I'm telling you about. Verse 14.